The last style bender in studio. Look at that. With the Timbs on, no less. There he is. How are you?
Gravy, baby.
They got you all mic'd up. How you feeling?
Up, mic check. Yeah, I'm gravy.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming in the studio.
Yeah,
I really appreciate
hold
it.
up. Let me just.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, I've seen this so many times.
That was me at boot camp. How about that?
Real. What?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
20 years ago.
Straight up. I like that.
Yeah,
Let's
you know
just
what?
take this all in.
We got to get a picture of you up here.
In fact, in time.
Yeah. How was your Saturday night, by the way?
Easy. We just went to a little Irish bar around the hotel, and yeah, everyone that came from New Zealand and Australia were there.
Yeah.
Family and friends. So we just had a few. None
Wait,
crazy.
your family traveled for this?
Just my siblings. My parents are watching at home,
Okay.
but my siblings, all of us, just kind of had a little reunion, and because we're in different parts of the world and different parts of the country. So yeah, we just had a little reunion and just congregated, celebrated my win with a few friends and my team, and yeah, it was good. It was just like nice little turn up, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I just went back to my hotel and yeah, applauded.
How many siblings do you have?
I'm the guinea pig, and there's 4 others after me.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. Busy.
Are any of them twins or anything?
No. I'm gonna have twins. My mom's a twin, so I know it skipped a generation, so that's coming.
Right. My dad was first, and then my grandmother had him.
Yeah.
And then 2 sets of twins after him.
Oh,
That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, where are your siblings at? You're in New Zealand. Are some in there too?
Yeah, most of them in New Zealand, but then Australia as well, but just different parts of New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All in the oceanic region.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
We out here.
That's a long flight to watch their brother
My
work.
cousins they just moved to New York from LA as well, from Yorba Linda, so they came to watch as well, which was cool, kind of reconnect with them.
So what did they tell you?
I don't know, people keep saying, how do you know Stylebender? How do you know him? And I asked my cousin. They're like, what? But, it's just fam.
Did they go to MSG?
Fights. Yeah, they watched the fight.
Now, how many times have they watched you compete?
I think they started watching me since the start of the year. Hasn't really been long, so yeah.
Wow.
They've been watching me work.
And physically, too, it looks like you were not in any kind of conflict at all. You took what, one? I saw one left hand that landed pretty nice for him.
And that was at the end of the fight, but he had his feet parallel, so he had no power on it. And by that time, that was when I sat there and I wanted to throw some power shots. And then he threw it, and I was like, ooh. He was already on wobbly legs anyway. He was chicken dancing. And I saw, okay, here comes the next one. Whoop. And then I just, boom, picked them apart.
All right, let's talk about some of the pieces of that fight, because I was blown away by it.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I do a little bit of a breakdown of coach's film. I'm going to do it on your takedown defense.
Cool.
I went back and I watched all of
You gonna play it up?
Well, after you leave.
Okay,
but I'll
okay,
send.
sorry.
I won't be hating.
Hey, I know. Do your work.
I will send it to you later on if you want to see it. But I went back and I watched all of your fights, and I went back and watched the evolution of your takedown defense.
Some homework.
Holy shit, man! Your takedown defense has gotten. It was always pretty good. I went because sometimes you remember a fight in your mind, and then you have to go back and you watch it. It's like, it's a little bit better than I thought it was. Definitely, in the first one was much better than I thought it was.
100%.
But it's gotten way, way, way better.
Yeah.
What has been the key to the rapid development? Is it the steady camps?
Andre Paulette, my wrestling coach, people sleep on him. They don't really know who he is, and that's the thing.
I'll be honest, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's a guy he's a Romanian guy who lives in New Zealand, and a lot of people might just because he's not a big name or he's not like a NCAA Division I, whatever. But he competed worldwide in the wrestling championships and the Commonwealth Games. Might have been on his way to the Olympics as well, but. He fights, I think, 135. He fights as well, so that's the big difference. Because no matter what, you can be a wrestling coach, from high school or whatever or college, but if you haven't fought, you don't really know what wrestling for fighting is. And he kept on saying, like Brunson kept on saying, because I go back and watch the interviews of all my opponents, because after the fight, what they were saying before the fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Heady. So I go back and watch it and just let me see what he had to say. So I remember on the aerial one, he was laughing at my prediction. I said it was round 1. If his chin doesn't hold up, it's going to be round 2. And instantly, he said, my wrestling, all this shit he's been saying since my second fight in the UFC in Arizona. Remember, he tweeted, ground game some trash. I was like, okay,
I think he called you, last pretender or style bender or something like that?
Last gender bender. Hey, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I can fluid. I'm gender fluid. But it's just, it's the same shit they all say. So I watched his interview, and you can see he's just not even believing anything he's saying. He's just saying things like the same old rhetoric, he's all hype. And even when we had our sitting, hype is over. He said it as I was leaving. I was like, choo choo. They say it's all hype, but they don't realize there's a whole fucking train behind it, and it's running people over, man.
He said hype is real.
Hype is over. Like he said,
at the media day face-off.
Yeah, media, and then he's like, hype is over. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Because I remember when I was looking in his eyes, stiff, and then he started doing this. And I was like, why are you shaking? He's like, why are you shaking? I was like, I'm not shaking, I'm cool. And then I kind of thought something was gonna pop off. Even in the fight, after he pulled my shorts twice, I remember he panicked. He threw a shitty ass side kick to my leg, and I missed. And I was like, why are you panicking? 'Cause that's panic strikes, you know? And that's one thing I didn't really like as well. I watched the fight again, I broke it down. I watched that bit over and over again, because the first thing he does when he shot was so slow, and he got to my leg, he pulled my short. I put it on Twitter, he pulled my shorts blatantly. And I thought, did he see it? He didn't catch that? All right, whatever. And the second time, he kept me on the cage by pulling my shorts. And you see it, I'm so glad, I like wearing the spandex, you know? Chicks champion only want showing that ass, you know what I'm saying? Gotta flex that. And then he pulled it, and you see, he almost ripped my fucking shorts off.
Yeah, there was like a full
exactly
6-8 inches on the camera.
Bro, you trying to pull, yeah, I know, right? He tried to like, yeah. And then I remember he looked at her, but, well, it was only one time. And this look on his face like, what did I do? But that just shows like, he was already fucked from the get-go. He already knew, oh fuck, this is my only hope. This is all I have. And I really wanted to get to the second round so I can look in his eyes after the first. And they have all that same look like, oh shit, it's gonna be a long night.
Did he physically feel like you thought he would feel?
It's weak as piss, honestly. And you too skinny, bro. You too skinny, bro. You need to lift some weights. I'm like, dude, you're just fat. And also, this ain't CrossFit. What am I gonna do? Fucking bench press you? I body dudes, and when he felt me, he knows I'm strong. He knows I'm strong now, and it's not about hitting hard. It's not about who can hit. I can hit hard, trust me. Those shots that I landed, I was just going at like literally 40%. The knee was the one that hurt him, and that I threw that probably like 90%. Or maybe I almost go, you know when you accelerate, you almost get to 100%, but he kind of closed it with his stupidity, with his force. Yeah. So he hurt himself. He played himself on that one. And then the rest of it was just ping, 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 ping.
Couple things you do that I want to go over real quickly. There's one thing you do where a lot of guys will, you saw Jacare do it. Jacare would stand in front of Weidman and he'd have trunk movement and head movement to varying degrees of success. I like that too. Yeah. You do a little bit of that, but you also do the bit where you have guys, for some reason they charge you more and you will slip under and then they go by you. You reset the angle. Them. Right. So you've already reset and you can go from either way and now they have to come back around.
Exactly. And while they're doing that, you attack them.
Right.
Oh, I can keep turning. But, you know, this is, there's levels, man. This is like, my coach said something on one of the countdowns on the Engage page. That's one of the, like, my guy, they followed me around for the build-up for the fight. And I always kind of knew this already because I've been doing it, but my coach, he's the one that put it, and he instilled it in me, Eugene Behrman, that's my head coach. But he said, you know, the wrestling begins way before we even get in the clinch, way before they even engage.
And what does that mean exactly?
Footwork, you know. A lot of these guys, man, they suck at footwork in MMA at the highest level. A lot of these guys are taking punishment when they don't have to. A lot of these guys are like, they're fucking themselves over in the long run.
Let me ask 2 questions about that. How hard is footwork to learn? It's Caesar.
Yeah,
I love gorillas, man.
I know, bro. That's ape shall never kill ape. Yeah. You understand? That's
apes together strong. Dude, I'm like obsessed with gorillas.
He's gonna get tattooed on me at some point.
Yeah?
Definite. Yeah, I just haven't figured out when or where yet, but there's gonna be a whole gang of them. I love it. That's why, shout out to Plastic Cell as well. They're cool.
Yeah.
And send me some
I'll
stuff.
talk about your tattoos in a minute.
Yeah.
But the footwork. Is footwork hard to learn because it's hard to learn? Or is footwork hard to learn because fighters are resistant or people don't know how to teach it? Like, why is it that some guys just have it in spades and then some guys just kind of have it?
It's a mixture of all that stuff, you know. It's a knowledge of it and also the lack of knowledge or thereof. And also, if you have it, you have it. But it can be learned, you know. Was it Miyamoto Musashi that said, never give a man a sword who can't dance? Something like that. It's called like that, you know. And I can dance. That's one of my things I used to do back in the day. So that comes easy to me. And it's always been part of my arsenal. And a lot of guys underestimate the power of footwork, you know. You can really control the pace, the distance, the rhythm of a fight, and you don't really know until you're actually in there. And yeah, so they think they can attack me. Oh, it's safe now, but realize it's already a trap. They say, and he kept on saying this once in the interview, he's got all these holes in his game. These holes are not holes, they're traps. Once you get in them, you're fucked. You're in a genjutsu, and you don't even realize it till you're deep in it, and it's like, oh shit, what am I in for? So they think it's just holes, but yeah, it can be taught. You just have to find the right it's the internet is out there. You can tap into different sources of knowledge, and there's so much bullshit as well.
Do you use like YouTube at all to pick up on stuff?
Definitely. There's a lot of guys I plug and I talk to like sometimes, and I even it was one of them. I think I don't want to blow up his spot, but he said like he got random messages leading up to this camp, like on the same week, 3 different people, 3 different accounts on Instagram saying, "Oh, yo, can you do us a breakdown on Stylebender?" And he's a fan, so he kind of declined. And I said, "Nah, don't do that. Give it to them. Like, I can give them the blueprint, and I'll still fuck them up." You understand? So I was like, I want them to make some money, so do that. But that also forces me. I knew this day was coming. I always knew like when these guys start to break my work down, I'm gonna have to
It's inevitable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have, and it forces me to adapt. You understand? So I have to keep changing my game, and I love that. It's just cat and mouse, and I'm ahead of the game.
Couple things. When he got double underhooks early against the fence, there was one part I think at the post-fight presser you were saying, "Oh, you let him do it." Was it that one or was it a different one?
I was later before I fucked him up, before I knocked him out. So he had double underhooks, and he was fighting to survive. He wasn't trying to win. He
didn't level change. Like I went back and watched the Vittori fight.
Everything my coach Andre said he was going to do, he did every single thing. Even before we leave from the hotel, like me and Andre kind of go over some things in the hotel in our room, and he just lets me know, reminds me like this. And even there was initially on the fence, same thing. We like, he's gonna rush, get the double underhook, so the over/under, and then on his left side, that's his power side, he's gonna let it go and find the wrist control. And I was trying to get wrist control, I couldn't get it. Here's the blueprint. I couldn't get it. I saw
you were trying to find bicep
and
too.
No. Then I heard Andre. He calls the audible. I'm very coachable. I listen. I have these ears. They're big for a reason. So he said, "Fuck the wrist, bicep." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And held bicep control. Even he threw like a shot or 2 in the clinch. Didn't do shit. And I got the bicep, and then I was able to turn him and then got off. But the one I was talking about was later on when he had double unders, and I turned him. I just felt, I don't want my back to the center of the octagon, so I let him turn me back, or I turned him back, but it looked like he turned me back, and eventually I broke the grip, and then that's when he kind of tried to level change, and especially when I escape from this side, either he's gonna throw his left hand, if he doesn't have that, he'll shoot the takedown this way and try and take you down. Excuse me, I'm trying to bite off some dead skin. There's some chapstick.
Are you? Is this what they call ashy?
Yeah, I know. My lips are a little bit ashy right now. Still moist though. But yeah, he tried to shoot, and I just stuffed his head, got off, and he kept on running again.
Yep.
And that's when I just felt, ooh, okay, boom. I didn't even notice this, but my coach said, "Good work." I like it when he does that, because he rarely gives compliments, but he said, "Good work." Because when I landed that knee, first thing I did, underhooks.
Yes.
On his left side.
You got your hips back, yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then he was all fucked. He was dazed, and I was like, ooh, pop, knee, boom, and he hit the ground.
Did you know when you landed the knee that it was a wrap?
It was done. Yeah. And then I saw him get back up and smile. I was like, because earlier on, I set up my question mark kick on my left side too early.
Yes.
That would have knocked him out. That would have slept him, because I've done it many times. That would have slept him, but I set it up too early, hit his shoulder, and he went. I was like, oh, okay. Then this time when he was fucked up and he was smiling at me, I was like, all right, cool. I switched back to orthodox. There's something called a 4x2. You thought of, here's the blueprint, guys. Take it. So I hit him with the right kick, yep. And I threw the right hand. But thing is, I didn't even realize I did it. I question mark kicked him, and then I whipped it.
So let me ask about that, because I went back and I watched that. The question mark kick, he thought it was coming to his ribs, so he leaned into it, and the foot of yours wrapped, right?
Around the back of his head.
So then he was trying to recover, because I think he saw the hand coming. He pulls the hand up, while the foot went around the head, his hand went in front, your hand went in front of the glove.
Yeah.
So he went to block another shot, but he actually didn't block in either case, even trying to block. Was that intentional?
Muscle memory. That's just what we've been drilling, like over how many years. When I say muscle memory, it's a memory. It's coffee. Yeah, it's a memory. So it's something like I don't even have to think about it. My muscles already doing it before my conscious brain, my frontal cortex is already aware of it. So as soon as it landed, I was like, and I was like, ooh, okay. Then I framed, and then I pick my shots. I don't throw in hope. I aim and fire. That's what I do. There's no point. And I was just hitting them at like 40%. These are just baby shots. And people are like, oh well, when I hit guys, they fall. I can starch guys. Trust me. If I wanted to, I could have thrown the kitchen sink at him and the fridge. But what's the point in that? He's already fucked. Just pick your shots.
Now, the post-fight celebration, there's a name for this you did? The hands were crossed over? At least there's a picture about it.
Okay, that's shaku shaku. It's a trendy dance right now in Nigeria. Shout out to all my Nigeria people out there. It's a trendy dance in Nigeria right now, and everyone's fucking with the culture. We're Afrobeat with guys like Davido, Wizkid, who else? Like Burna Boy, like a lot of Nigerian artists. They're making it big out here, so they're with the culture, and everyone's trying to jump on that bandwagon. So I'm original. I'm not a mutt. I'm a pure blood, purebred. So I just show love to my people, because last time I spoke in my native tongue, and I was blowing up over there. So this time I'm just showing them, like, I'm still with the culture. I still got it, and let them know. And then after that, I hit the Guara Guara, and that's from South Africa. That's a little dance trend as well. And then I just galloped up and just showing love. I was crumping, do my own thing.
That's crazy. A couple of things I want to get back to the Jacare fight, but let me follow up on this. How did your folks get from Nigeria to New Zealand?
Okay, long story short, we were going to move to America in 2001, and then unfortunately 9/11 happened, and then it looked like America was on the brink of war. Some shit was going to go down. So
tell me about it.
Yeah, I know, right? And then I don't know, I was just like, my dad's like, we're moving to New Zealand. I was like, where's that? Is that a new country? Because I was really naive and went there. I think it's just for better education. They wanted us to have more recognized tertiary education, because you see a lot of guys like cab drivers, if you, 4 a.m., you're drunk, the taxi, you start talking to the guy, they're like, you find out like, oh, he's an Indian guy from, India, of course, and he used to be maybe a medical doctor, moved to the States or wherever when he was 32, but his degree is not recognized in the Western world, so now he has to do med school all over again, and you don't want to have to do that shit for another how many years, so just get a cool job that can provide for your family, because maybe the lifestyle over there wasn't what you wanted. And they just, there's no shame in that. You have to do what you have to do to provide for your family, so yeah, it's just they wanted us to have better recognized tertiary education, so that's why we moved over to the Western world.
Do you ever like think about, somebody like you has a lot of ability, right? You maybe would have been a success no matter what, but have you thought about to what extent that choice versus the other one has impacted your course in life?
Well, we'll put it this way. If I tell my dad today I want to go back to school, he'll freak out. He'll be like, why? What's the problem? Are you all right? Like, we don't, there's like, I'm glad they didn't let me. I'm glad because your parents and people close to you, whenever you want to do something, when you want to follow a dream, they'll try and stop you. And it's not out of their hating, it's just protection. They want to try and preserve you. Like, what if he fails? And from the culture we're from, they don't want to, they want to protect you. They don't want to see you get hurt. But I knew what I was going to do from day dot. I always knew I was going to be the best. So I just had to prove it to the rest. And yeah, now they're on board. I got my degree in ass whooping. I'm trying to get my master's degree.
I think I actually read this yesterday. I might have this wrong, but I believe of all immigrant populations here, from anywhere, so China, Nigeria.
Nigeria
has the most advanced degrees of any population in the United States.
When I went to, when I first moved to New Zealand, right, I had to do so I lived in Ghana for about a year as well.
What was that like?
It's cool, same thing, like Nigeria as well. But so I was first in, I don't know what your systems are. You have like grades?
Yeah. Well, high school is 9 to 12.
9 to 12. Well, anyway, I did like this. I repeated this class 3 times in 3 different countries, in Nigeria, in Ghana, and in New Zealand. So I did Form 1 3 times. And then when I was finally in New Zealand, Form 1, we were doing shit I was doing probably when I was 6 years old. So when I was in class in Form 1 in New Zealand, I remember one of my first days, we did like times table. And I finished my test like literally within like 2 minutes. And then I was like, finish, miss. And everyone was like, oh my God, he's a fucking prodigy, he's a genius. But I'm like, nigga, I was trying to find X back home. Like, this is baby shit. I know the song to this. This is nothing. So I'm not the most book smart kid or whatever. I learned different. I was never good at school. But they all thought like, oh, he's a prodigy. But the thing is, the curriculum back home was way harder than it ever is in New Zealand or even in America. Like, but thing is, you guys have the opportunities, you know what I mean? Like, it's very corrupt back home, so a lot of people don't really get the opportunities that I have. I'm fortunate enough that my dad was well off, my family was well off, so we're able to go to private schools and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a lot easier to. So you see, like, a lot of Chinese as well, Koreans, like, they excel over here. Like, a lot of Nigerians excel over here because we work hard, we're smart. Yeah. But I'm just, like I said, I'm the runt of my people physically and mentally. Like, I had to work to where I'm at. Like, I was not an athlete in school. They called me Butterfingers because I couldn't catch a ball for shit, in high school.
That's funny.
I know, I couldn't, I didn't own my blackness enough. If not, I would have played basketball. I could dunk now, but I still have no handles.
Let's talk about that for just a second. You have the Africa tattoo right here.
Yeah.
What is the one here? I can't read it.
Broken Native, yeah.
Let's start with the one that's in the chest.
Yeah.
Because you grew up in New Zealand, I don't know how much of New Zealand is black. How much of it is black?
Not much.
Okay, right. So it must have been like...
They've got their own indigenous people of the Modi tribe.
Yeah.
And they've got the Pakia tribe.
But that's not the same as
people.
African.
No. That's their own people, the Modi.
So when did you decide I'm just gonna be black, that's just who I am?
Later, because literally there was a point through high school I used to try and sound like them. I used to try and be like them and talk like them just so I can fit in. I tried so many times to fit in, but I could never ever fit in. I was always like outcast. At the end of the day, look at my skin. I'm all black. And ironically, that's the country's national rugby team's name, All Black.
I love the All Blacks.
Yeah, but I mean, I was never able to fit in properly and be accepted when I was a kid. So at some point, maybe around like 22, 23, I decided.
Wow, that late.
Yeah, but like, it took a while as well. It was maybe 19, I'd say, I started to try and just like a video game character, customize myself. I'm player one. I keep saying I'm player one in this. Everyone else in this is bots. No disrespect, but it just feels like, I'm sure from your perspective as well, but from my first person view, in my head, I'm player one, and I'm looking at everything like, shit, am I really like, who's playing this? Who's really, we're in the Matrix right now. Someone's just like making all this shit happen, because everything, I can go into details, like everything I was trying to plan for this trip, I've got done and more, and way more. Even, it goes deep, man. Like even like this morning, I was Charlemagne the God?
Of course,
yeah.
Breakfast Club in the morning, DJ
so I was talking to him, kind of having a little banter on Instagram because he shared some of my stuff, and I was talking about his book, which I just finished reading, and I had a lot of
so black empowerment, something like that?
No, that was Black Privilege. His new book, it's called Shook One, Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me.
One.
Yeah, it came out, and I fuck with the dude, and Andrew Schultz, he's a co-host on The Brilliant Idiots. I fuck with them a lot, and yeah, we just had a little banter and whatnot.
Oh, and shouts to Charlemagne the God.
Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz.
Big fan.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool. So I'm going to do the Flagrant 2 podcast as well later on today, so that'll be cool. I'm doing a little media tour, but so a lot of shit. Even Lil Duval, the guy came out to his track, smiled, bitch.
Yeah.
He shared my shit, and I just, I kind of whipped up a little highlight real quick of me walking out, so.
Well, this is the point now, we've arrived at this, whatever got you to begin to be yourself,
I'm playing this game. I'm customizing everything.
It has evolved into something where you're like so much uniquely your own. No one could possibly, not that anyone would necessarily, but
they try.
They try to say, oh, you copied this, you copied this. But to me, it's like I look at you and we all kind of copy each other as humans. We naturally.
It's human instinct.
To borrow the word, to ape one another. But dude, you have carved out a very unique identity in this game, and I think people are starting to become aware of it.
That same energy, and if you see a lot of guys in this game, they start and they try and be either media darlings or say the right things to be sponsored. I'm like, look, if you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. You don't have to. And people try and tell. Like even I have the show with Dan Hooker, right? The Frenemies show. It's not a podcast, it's like an online show.
I asked you about last time you were on.
But like, I mean, every single time they try and every single show, can we try and keep the swearing down a little bit? And I just, yep, cool. And I still do me. I don't care. I don't give a fuck because it's at the end of the day, it's just me expressing myself. Like, classic example I use is the Black Beast. He doubled up his followers or something crazy just by my balls are hot and just being his unique self. I'm like, don't try and put me in your fucking little box. I am not in a box. I don't think like there's a box. I don't think outside a box. There is no box. I'm gonna do me. At the end of the day, it's language. Like, oh, what about the kids? Kids know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been swearing since I was a fucking kid. And it's just language. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. So I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm just being me. I'm just trying to be free. And if you can't handle that, and not everyone's gonna like you at the end of the day. You can't please everyone. So if they fuck with me, I do me. And if they don't, see ya. I'm living my best life.
What did UFC say to you after your win?
They loved everything. Everything. We can't talk into detail about some things.
General sense of things.
It was all a tick, 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 tick. Even after the press conference, I was trying to organize my flight back home. I was like, I'm gonna skip my flight on Sunday. I'm just gonna stick around and do all this shit. And then I talked to Dana just recently, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I was like, Dana, can they bump me up? He's like, yeah, done, cool.
To first?
Yeah, all the way back. So I was like, easy.
That's such a difference.
I've done it a few times now. Last time I got McMaynard, shout out to McMaynard, I got him to do it as well. But it just, my legs, I don't have to get up. I'm
the same height as you,
look at you.
I get it, trust me.
If I'm sitting like this for how many, and then sometimes I get.
How long is the flight?
11 and a half hours. So imagine that, like, and that's on the way here to fight. Then it's just like you cramped, and I have to get up like 3 or 4 times during the flight sometimes if I don't sleep the whole way. And if I sleep the whole way like that, and I'm like on my seatbelts holding, all that kind of shit, it fucks with my leg, fucks with my blood flow, and I have to but on first class, I make a bed, and I have the TV right there. I can ding the bell, get what I want, and just relax and just chill, and my legs are stretched out, and it's just, I'm the merchandise. I'm now, you gotta look after the merch. Understand? I understand. I'm like a racehorse in this. Understand? I know what I'm doing here, but you gotta look after the racehorse so I can perform better. I'm less stressed. I'm free. I gotta just be me,
Bro, I don't get the first class treatment, but I straight up tell them I'm not riding coach. Like I'll ride economy plus.
Yeah. Or even if I can try and get there early and I can get like the exit row or the front of the cabin, so I can just get a little stretch.
That's fine. But then the exit rows don't recline sometimes. It's a goddamn nightmare.
I know, right? And it's just first world struggles. Oh my God.
By the way, I didn't ask you this, because the thing will be I know, we're complaining. My seat's not big enough.
I know, right? Yeah. That's why I love going back home. So I got to go back home next year, just because it always humbles me when I go back home. And because Nigeria is, you either fucking stupid rich, like literally they're stupid rich, or you just like, not dirt broke, but poor. There's no middle class.
So there's not a lot of social mobility, as I understand either.
Yeah.
How much...
everywhere. Like my granddad on my dad's side had 2 wives, and on my mom's side had 3 wives. So there was a...
What?
Yeah, it's regular shit. So, yeah, they were. So when I went back last time,
is polygamy legal?
I don't know if it's legal, but they're old school.
It's not criminally...
I don't think so. What are they going to do? Oh, you can't...
You go to jail for that shit here.
Why? That's stupid.
Look, man, I'm not making the rules.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at it, there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this world, and I'm like, when I look back at it, I'm like, really? Like even something as simple as the unified rules of MMA, 12 to 6 elbows. They just need a group chat to be like, okay, all in favor, I, done. Or okay, no, okay, we win, cool. Change the rules. But somehow it seems like it's gonna be this fucking big hoo-ha and whoopla, like we have to fucking contact the gods
I'll tell you exactly what the
do
problem
the rain dance to see what's gonna happen.
I'll tell you exactly what the problem is.
People
won, but the problem is what they basically did was, so in America, the biggest sport's the NFL, right? The NFL, if they don't like a rule, they wait till the season's over and they say, you know what, fuck this rule. Let's make the goalpost.
Is that the shit with the celebration as well?
Yeah. Celebration just changed it. Hold on a second.
It came back.
No, they dialed it back, but you can't, like, I don't know if you saw yesterday, a guy from the New Orleans Saints pulled out a cell phone and he had hid under the goalpost.
Nice.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But the basic difference is we went to the government and we said, you control these. So to get anything changed, and it's not federally regulated, we have 50 states. You're going to have to go state by state by state by state.
Get a group chat. Literally just...
Get on WhatsApp.
Exactly. Get it done. Poll. Facebook poll, Instagram poll. All in favor? Aye. Nay. Cool. We win. Change the fucking rule. It's stupid.
Dude, that's crazy. You're going to be doing... Are you doing Charlemagne's podcast?
No. Well, he and Andrew Schultz have one called The Brilliant Idiots.
I've watched it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I listen to that.
You're not doing that, or you are?
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm doing the flagrant one, which is Andrew Schultz's one. So I'm doing that one today just to...
So you do
with the culture.
This is amazing that you're kind of hitting outside of MMA. That's what we need,
I'm going mainstream, man. I'm going mainstream.
Dude, MMA...
I've already planned it. This whole trip, people think I was playing when I said I planned everything to the smallest detail.
Did you know you were going to do that before you got here?
In my head, I did. I might do the Breakfast Club, but I don't know. I might see how I feel first.
Fuck, do the Breakfast Club, dude.
Yeah, of course. I'm
hot
right now, so I mean, strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
As you will. But yeah, I mean, get at me, Charlemagne. You got my at me.
Dude, speaking of somebody who keeps the same energy, I'll tell you why I like Charlemagne, because in this business, if you give your opinion a lot...
You can't buy him.
Bro, people will they will run up on you in this business.
Oh yeah, I mean...
And in his business, they will run up on him as well, and he still does it.
Exactly.
I have a ton of respect for that.
Definitely. You can't fold, you can't... Same like me. I told you, the guys at my TV show, online show, they try and tell me how to be, and I'm like, yeah, cool story, bro. And I keep that same energy at the end of the day. Because people fuck with me because they fuck with me. If you want me to just sit there and just, yeah, cool. And also, I hate it because if I'm trying to censor myself, then what I'm trying to get, I'm constantly worried about what I'm saying, like...
Trying to edit
and then I'm like, oh, fuck, just go, just talk, let me flow. And it's a funny story because when I was young, not too long, but when I was young, like I used to go to this church, right?
Young means what?
Like 14, 15, 15, yeah, 14, 15, 13. I used to go to this church, right? And very, what's the word? I don't want to say culty, but like they had this it was very elitist in a way. So, and the way they, I used to like really be one of them. So one of them, excuse me.
But puberty in real time.
Yeah,
here?
I know. I'm still trying to get this. Next year, it's coming through puberty.
Next time you come on the show, you have a big ass barber right here.
But so I used to try and like be one of them. So anytime I'd swear, I start off with like, oh, stop swearing. Anytime I'd swear, and then go to the point like if I'd swore, I'd like, fuck, stop swearing. Like, and then I look back at myself now. I'm like, they never told me to do that, but it's the kind of morals they try to instill in, like purity rings and all that shit. I'm like, how the fuck did I think, like, stop swearing? I'd hit myself. No one ever told me to do that, but it's just like they got in my head. So now I'm not going to the other spectrum where I'm just gonna be like, fuck this, cunt that, blah, 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 blah. Oh.
What you got? Hey, there it is.
What's up? Dude, one time, oh my God, they wouldn't let me fly with this on.
The airline?
Yeah, like I think it was American Airlines. So I was in LA.
Yeah, we're sensitive here about that.
And honestly, and they were like, sir, we can't let you fly with that on. I was like, what do you mean? It's really offensive. We're gonna have to change that. I'm like,
your stewardess impression is
honestly,
dynamite.
bro, honestly, like literally I was shook. Like, cause I was like, okay, what if?
Now, wait a second, what state were you in?
LA.
Oh, that's surprising.
Oh, no, I was going Denver to LA, Denver to LA at the time.
It's less surprising.
But like, I was like, cause my brain couldn't rationalize, cause okay, what if, say like, oh, people are offended. Okay, what if I'll say, there's a chick, I had a kid, and there's a chick with fucking big tits and cleavage, and I'm like, oh, my son's getting a hard on. Can you please tell her to zip up? Can she not show her tits, please? It's really offending me. I'm getting hard as well. So who gives a fuck? Like,
so wait, what did you do?
I had to change. I kind of like protested a little bit, but at the end I was like, fuck. Like, it took me about 3 hours or a whole day to kind of get off his shit. I'm getting triggered right now. Triggering intensifies. Like, I'm like, I still can't wrap my head around, like, how does what I'm doing affect you? And the next one's good dick. That's another one, because dick is less offensive in America. So just to kind of play.
It is, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm like, good cunt? Okay, we're going to play this game of words. Good dick is the next one.
Cunt is what, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not the N-word. I'm not saying that it is.
Yeah.
It's the cousin of it here.
Why?
I don't make the rules, man.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just, I'm trying to find out why.
It's like what you would say to a woman that you were ready to hit.
I say it to dudes. I say I'm a good cunt, you're a good cunt, but if you're a shit cunt, I'll be a fucking shit cunt. You know what I mean? It's just, it's lingo. I bet you so many people are like behind this. Oh my God, like just offended as fuck right now.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. If I say, oh, you're a good dick, or oh, you're a dick, man. Everyone uses dick. Penis, cunt, vagina. What's the problem? I don't get it. It's just words at the end of the day.
The other part is that Americans, I don't think, realize how readily the word
It doesn't
cunt
even matter, but like if I put it that way, dick, penis, cunt, vagina. Dick is okay.
Someone is going to take this clip and they're going to put this on social media.
Does that make sense?
And they're going to think
Am I making sense? I don't know.
They're going to think we're having the weirdest convo ever.
I know, right? Dicks and cunts.
Let's move on back to MMA for just a second.
Yeah.
Did you see what Jacare said after you left?
No, what'd he say?
He was not disrespectful, but he basically made... Jacare is always a pretty friendly guy for the most part.
Oh, he's cool. I caught weight with him. He's nice.
Yeah. So his basic argument was, who should be next in line for a title? Because you had sort of made your point about me and Whitaker if things work out.
You gotta make your case.
And he was like, look, Israel beat Brunson, but I beat Brunson twice.
Strike Force. Oh, fair enough.
He did beat him pretty recently.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, the last fight.
So would you be interested in a fight with Jacare if that was the pecking order?
I'd be interested in a fight with him, but would it make sense right now, though? If it makes dollars, it makes sense, especially if Robert wins. Like right now, I'm not doing shit. This is the first holiday I'm gonna have just to chill, because I'm like the last 2 years I've been having a fight in January or early February, so I just train through the holidays, so I don't really get to enjoy the summer in New Zealand like I want to. So this time, my friend's getting married in Ireland, and I'm gonna do a little Europe tour, and New Year's in Amsterdam, I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Have you been?
Not yet, but I've heard good things. I heard good things. I've heard so much good things from my friends. So I already.
You ready for this? Here's my Amsterdam tip.
Oh, okay.
So I went with my wife. But she was cool. She was like, we didn't go inside any of the places, but she was like, let's go check out the red light districts to see what it's all about. Right? So here's what got me.
Yeah.
You go down there and there's literally like, it's on these, it's full of canals. And there's literally on the streets, they have these little like fire hydrant type things. And there's literally red lights there everywhere, so you know when you're in there.
Yeah.
Here's what gets you. You walk by the what do you want to call them? Prostitute homes, or I don't know what they are, call girls. What they do is they stand in the window, scantily clad. No.
Mannequins.
No.
Oh, what?
When you walk by, they make eye contact with you the whole way. And then they lick their lips, and then dude, it is When you first walk by, you're like, what?
It's hot in here.
Talking to me? Like,
Yeah.
And then my wife is like, hey, get it together. So I had to kind of, but dude, it was like I never, they make that kind of weird human contact explicit.
Okay.
You're going to have a good time, bro.
Hey, I lived in China, man. When I lived in China, imagine me walking in the mainland of China.
What was that like?
I have the world record of staring contest with everyone. Old
Good
people,
stairs
young
or bad
people.
stairs?
Both.
Yeah.
Most times, it's just like they have like, what is this, Bigfoot? And then you kind of have to like smile, and then some of them smile back. But hey, if you want to stare at me, I don't blink.
When did you live in China?
I left my job to September 4th, 2013. So the next day, playing in China, and I got back to New Zealand around like April or May the next year, 2014. So yeah.
Where in China did you live?
Everywhere. I was based in Zhengzhou, but then I was also in Xi'an. And it was around the Henan province was when I was based, but I just went everywhere, Shanghai, and so many places I've been I don't even remember because I just fought all over the show.
That is wild.
Yeah, I was out there. I was like, for real. I was immersed in the culture.
What was China like?
Culture shock for the first month and a half, dude.
I heard it's for Westerners. To the extent you want to call yourself that at all,
Yeah.
I heard it's hard to eat.
I'm African.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I'm Nigerian.
Yeah,
Trust me. I never questioned a lot of things I ate there. I might have eaten some questionable things. I remember this one time, John Singh, he probably won't see this because the internet over there is really, they police all everything, but like, one time he's like, would you want Asperger? And I was like, what? It's like, Asperger. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, I was like, wait, what's this? He's like, Asperger. He's like, oh, Shabach. It's like, oh, donkey burger. I was like, oh, like ass, donkey. I was like, I was like, oh. Then I tried it, but it could have been better. It tasted all right, but it was a little bit cold. It could have been way better. Like, it could have been, if it was fresh, I think it would have been all right. Like, it was like corned beef a little bit. Kind of feel texture of it.
Were the people nice?
To me, because I was a celebrity, but to other black people, sometimes they're not very.
I've heard the racism.
They're all over Africa right now, raping the land, and they're not giving anything back. So I'm jaded about that. Eventually, I'll do something about it. Like, I'm with the culture, but I want to change that. I want to try and see if there's. But yeah, they got money. Trust me, they've got money, and they're making money, and they got a lot of people over there, so they kind of export. But yeah, because to me, they were nice. My people that were close to me were really like one of their superstars right now, Aliang. He's this guy, bro, he is a beast. He speaks English like pretty well, so I was able to communicate with him, and he's my friend. He's cool. And the people I was with, cool. But the ones that never knew I was I've had it many times, they treat me like shit, and then when they find out, because they call me the Black Dragon over there, with Sure Hey Long. That was my name. So they're like, then they kind of like flip the script and, But yeah, I see how they treat other people as well. Like one of my friends, Wes, he's a French guy, lives over there. He's a black guy, and I saw how they treated him, and it was just not nice. So I was always jaded about that. But sometimes you have to play at that time I didn't really have the push I can have, so I kind of just played my role. And I'd help him however I could, but I never liked how they treat my people.
Well, let's talk about you real quickly and we'll wrap up here. I appreciate all your time.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I got a ton of
We can
stuff
go for days, man. I know.
I really appreciate your time. Yeah. So, okay, you're going home when this week? Tomorrow, Wednesday, something like that?
Wednesday, probably.
All right,
yeah.
And you're going to do Christmas in New Zealand? Is that the idea? No, in Nigeria?
London.
That's right. You said you were going to do a Europe tour.
Yeah, I'll be in London.
And then when do you think we're going to see you in 2019, man?
Whenever I want.
I don't believe that. You want to tell me my theory on this one?
Why?
They're going to come to you with a sick opportunity.
I know they will, but I'm sitting pretty. Like I said, I've got options. I've got the buffet in front of me, so I can pick and choose. I'm not like you can entice me, and also I get itchy feet and itchy knuckles like pretty quickly. But these holidays, I really want to just take time because I could fight if I want. I could fight Adelaide. Trust me, there's no doubt. I could pull up. I'm bringing my mouthpiece just in case because I know I'm crazy, but I'm smart. I was gonna pull out from this fight. Like I said, I was. Literally. You can ask Eugene, even Dan. I remember one time when we went to go do our show, he's like looking at me and my knee was inflamed, and I was just like Thriller, just like a zombie limping. It was bad, man, and we were so close. But my dad just said, just take a whole week off, and Eugene and we all agreed, take a whole week off and just And 3 days in, inflammation went down. Then I got a cortisone shot. Asked the snitch first, the golden snitch. He said it was cool.
Yep.
Got it in. And then, it was sweet. So I might have to have surgery as well. But it's a recovery time of all that stuff. So I have to go see my surgeon or specialist when I get back. And also, I'm getting a tattoo as well. Finished my back piece. I got shaded in. So that's I call him Kunda Kinte.
Let's
the
end,
dragon.
Let's end on that. How much have you spent on ink so far in your life?
My guy Rod Dawson, he's a friend of mine.
For free?
Stained Skin, that's his tattoo, but he does it on the low. He came through. He and his wife came through to support me as well.
They came here?
Yeah, came through.
No way.
Yeah, definitely. I think it might have been his first time in New York. So he and his wife came to support me, and he's done probably like all my tattoos. Yeah, all my tattoos.
Are you going to get fully covered?
Probably. People just, you only getting tattoos because you're not interesting.
Who the fuck says that?
People. I've heard that before through the grapevine. Like
dumb people.
I know, very stupid, dumb cunts. A lot of dumb cunts out here, man. But I mean, yeah, I just like my body as things that empower me. You know, I've got Calvin and Hobbes over here. I've got Toph from Avatar over here. I've got Nightcrawler, but that one kind of got infected from a spider bite. And I've got Deadpool over here. And I've got the Naruto Reaper Death Seal. But inside it, I've got the Avatar Ocean and Moon Spirit. And I've got my new dragon, my Kunda Kinte on my back, all the way down my ass. Ooh, the ass cheeks hurt, man. Woo! I thought because I got, jiggle over there, it'll be fine, but yeah.
It's the exact opposite. You want skin on muscle.
Yeah.
It's when it's fatty, it's when it hurts the most.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but like, even like the bones, when it's on the bone, it's like my right on my spine.
I got one
really,
across my stomach, and it hit the two parts of the ribs here. Bro, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It was so painful.
But for me, it's like therapeutic in a weird way. And also like, I wouldn't just get tattooed by anyone. It's people that I fuck with, people that so Rod, he's just so easy. He's just a guy that I just chill with, and I just insult each other the whole time, and then have a break, have some wild turkeys, bourbon, and then get back to it, and it's a good time, and it goes by like that, and yeah, I just fuck with my people. I love it. I like keeping my circle small.
I'm gonna do this on the fly. You can say no. Trust me, like there's no pressure.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your drink of choice?
Bourbon, any kind of bourbon. Like right now, any honey bourbon.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, why is that? Who you plug?
You gotta get some of the Japanese whiskeys. That's not what I have here.
Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, you ever had that?
See, for me, I'm not one of those guys that like, I like sweet drinks.
I like sweet drinks too.
Yeah, I don't like.
Oh, the Japanese wouldn't be that one for you then.
Yeah, no, I don't like to have like, what's the point in that? I don't really enjoy it. I like something that's refreshing and goes down easy.
Oh, well, that's not that then. Never mind.
Play.
It ain't that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what a win for you. That was incredible on Saturday. I really feel like I don't know.
That was cool how I was like backstage reading your tweet and then
I rolled up on you.
I was like, manifestation. Yeah. We're in the fucking Matrix, man.
Dude, you were the king of the world this weekend, man. You really were. It was unbelievable.
I'm doing everything. It's so and the weird thing is, like I've said, new levels, new devil, and I anticipated everything. And from my February debut, like when you say for the longest time, like, okay, I'm gonna get this Ferrari. And then you. I
don't say that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then you get it. You push the start. Oh shit. Oh, okay, got it. Adjust to the speed. Take a little while. So after UFC 221, I had to adjust to the speed of my life because, dude, even right now, snakes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All the snakes.
Yeah.
Look up all the vultures.
People do not want you to succeed in this world.
They want to build you up to let you fall. If I didn't win this weekend, you think this should be happening?
No.
None of this would be happening. So at the end of the day, I know my role. I've even posted. I'm gonna repost it as well. After every fight, I'm gonna repost it. My little PSA. If you go on my Instagram.
Plug it. What's the what is it?
@StyleBender. Go on my Instagram. On my highlights, you see my public service announcement. It's a post I made. Just press the post, read the caption, watch the video, and I actually lived it. I'm fucking manifesting this thing. This guy, I don't know what his name is. He's a YouTube guy. Went to Times Square in the daytime, right? Average as fuck. No one, walking past him, and then he went at nighttime, dressed the part, entourage, bodyguards, and then people were just like, oh, who's that? And then people started taking photos, randoms, and then people started coming up to, like, they started interviewing people like, oh, so where do you know, whatever his name is, where do you know Joe from? I liked him Spider-Man. I thought he was really good in Spider-Man. He's not even an actor. He never was in Spider-Man. And then they would go to another guy. So what do you heard his new album? And I'm like, I didn't hear the album, but I heard the single on the radio. I thought it was pretty good. And, oh my God, I love him so much. Blah, 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 blah. I was doing the shoot for Engage. It's my fightwear brand, Engage, in Times Square. And already, this is like the night before the fight, after weigh-ins and stuff. And already Ash knows me. Ash is very aware of how I like to be. And he knows, okay, he doesn't really want to do this, but I do it for him because I love him. And people were just like, because I'm wearing gloves, I'm just wearing slides, I'm chilling. And they're like, and taking photos. Only like 2 people recognize me, but the rest of them just taking photos. And I don't mind. They're taking photos because I've got cameras around me, like a whole entourage,
Right.
and people are there and all this shit, and they're like, and people want to take photos. But at the end of the day, I know what this is. I'm not stupid. I know my role, and I do my little song and dance, and this is not fake. Smile and wave, jazz hands, all that shit, because I'm doing my work. But when I'm chilling, I'm chilling. Don't run up on me when I'm in a restaurant. Like, people, like, there's a way to approach someone, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When people approach me nicely, I love that shit, and I'm so nice to them back. But many times when I've just been either in line waiting for something and someone just, oh my God, and everyone just looks around.
And they blow up your spot. Yeah.
And I'm just like, chill, it's all right, what's up, how you doing? And I'm like, just relax. And people get rude as well, like if I'm at a bar or something, just like, I'm talking to someone, they just interrupt. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking having a conversation. Don't just, have some respect for the person I'm talking to, you know what I mean? And there's so many nice fans as well. So many of them, like, they know what's up. And I can, like, when someone's nice to me, if someone's hospitable, I'll give you the time of day. I'll fucking sign your tits if you sign mine. Like, I'm not a hostile guy, but just be cool. And on that post is my little PSA, because I don't want to be in front of a judge having to explain why I turned someone into a carrot. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, I'll do my part if they do their part. Just don't run up on. I'm not the guy to play with. I'll leave it. I'm not the guy to play with.
Last question, then I'll do my part. Are you the fighter of the year?
Facts. Big facts. That's New York shit. Big facts.
Give me the case.
February, I got signed. 4 fights. It's been how many months? Come on, man. Come on. Who else? All wins as well.
Cormier's had a great year.
Facts. Okay, you know what? Hold up. Let me think. Nah, breakout star of the year then. Breakout star of the year. Fighter of the year.
It's a lock you've got.
Yeah, that one. Fighter of the year, Cormier. Who else? Let me think. I have to sit and think about that one. And some other guys. I'm trying to think who else. But Cormier.
Poirier had a good year.
Poirier. Yeah, from lightweight, but nah, I beat that. He would. I've been cool to see him and Nate Diaz showdown on this one. That would have been sick.
Yeah, that would have.
I would have loved that. But Cormier would be the only guy. Me and Cormier, I'll give it at that. Because double champ, so yeah.
Gotta respect the double champ.
That's the double Big Mac. I see
all right.
that.
Hey, look, man, what an honor it was to have you in studio.
Man, pleasure's all mine. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming by.
You got good energy. You're a good cunt. I love that.
All right, man, I gotta get that shirt. How do I get the shirt, by the way?
Ash, get the man a shirt.
Yeah,
get the man a shirt. What's up? What size are you?
XL, double XL, depends on how you make them.
All right, cool. Ash, he'll contact you. He'll be in touch.
All right, my man.
My people will call your people.
My man Joe's gonna help you out here.
Is he?
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Safe travels, too.
Easy,
okay?
Appreciate that.
All right, there he is. Israel Adesanya on his way.